All right. Here we go. Let me get this out of the way. I don't know where Xavier is. But... Okay, here we go. Number one. Come on now. It says a collection of 77 quarters and dimes. Can someone tell me, does that say 77 quarters?
No.
That does not say 77 quarters. That says there are what?
Quarters and dimes.
Now, again, you just said it. There are quarters and dimes. How many of them are there?
77.
Do you know I have people who can't write that down? Dimes plus quarters equal 77. I'm not sure how that's difficult. That's on the test. Now, what is a dime worth? 10 cents. So every dime that you have, if you want to know how much money you have, you just multiply by 0.1. So if I had 17 dimes, I'd do 17 times 0.1. Do you agree? And that'd tell me I have $1.70. So I have 0.1 D. Now, can I put 0.10 D?
Sure.
Yes. Does that matter? No, it does not. All right. Did I hit record on this thing? Yeah, I did. Sorry. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, now you have to tell me, what is a quarter worth? 0.25. So come on, guys. Plus 0.25 Q. Now, this is the money. These are the coins. Notice there are 77 coins. How much money do we have? How much money do we have? Say it again. $12.50. Now I'm going to get up for this. Come on, someone tell me. I don't think that's that hard. All right, I don't think it's that hard, and I promise you this one's on the test. All right, all money problems are always on the test. Always on entrance exams. There are 77 coins, and there's $12.50. What is the problem? Now, if you did well in the last test, this is a piece of cake. If you had trouble in the last test, this is hard. Now, this one's just a little bit harder because we have what here? Decimals. But what are we allowed to use? Calculators. So it's not an issue. Non-issue here. Yes, that's exactly what my next question is. All right, since your little head, do I multiply by 0.25? Someone help him. Do I multiply by 0.25? No, I do not. What do I multiply by? Stop. What do I multiply by? Not 0.25, but what? I want them to cancel. Thank you for saying that. Speak up and help everyone else in the class. All right? Honestly. Why negative 0.25? So they cancel out. So now, everybody put down negative 0.25. Now multiply it out. So here we go. Negative 0.25 D minus 0.25 Q equals. If I have 77 quarters, how much money do I have? Someone tell me. I'm asking what negative 0.25 times.
$19.25.
How much?
$19.25.
Anybody else get that?
Yeah.
All right, come on now. You got a week off. You should be fresh, ready to close out this grading period. Draw a line underneath it. Now, what happens to the 25s?
Cancel out.
Everybody cancel them out. Now, everybody makes a mistake here. Do not tell me that's 0.14. Or I'm sorry, 0.24. Don't tell me that's 0.24. Tell me it's what? Negative 0.15, right? D equals, subtract that. Somebody tell me. Negative what?
Negative 6.75. Yeah.
And now what?
You divide negative 6.75 divided by negative 0.15.
Yeah, and listen, I'm tired of hearing two people tell me. Someone else say something. Come on. So how many dimes are there? Hurry up. Let's use a calculator.
45.
How much?
45.
Somebody said 45 dimes. I got 45 dimes. And how many quarters would there be? 32 quarters. I don't think it's that hard.
How do you know?
Q stands for quarter,
77 minus 45.
right? If there's 45 dimes, thank you for that. You plug 45 in for D. What?
Negative 6.75 divided by 8.5.
First of all, a negative divided by a negative is a negative.
Positive 4.5.
Do it again, please. Come on, check your work. If everybody else is getting 45, you can't have 4.5 coins. You with me now? All right. Any questions with that? All right, be careful, please. All right, here we go. Let's look at number 2. All right, come on. I want the sum of two numbers is 32. Someone write down how you think sum of two numbers is 32. All right, tell me. Yeah, that was a real hard one. X plus Y equals 32. That's it. Could you say A plus B equals 32? Yeah, but we just use X's and Y's. All right, now the next one. One number. Does it say which specific one? Does it say? No. So what letter do you want to use?
X
Is. What does is mean in math?
equals.
Equals. 4 more than the other. How do I write
Is
that?
it 4 plus X or 4 plus Y?
Y plus 4. 4 more than is Y plus 4. Any issues with that? Again, I just don't think that's that hard. And everybody tells me every year how hard this is. What? Yeah, that's right. That's all we're doing. Now we're using our information from last week or last 2 weeks and say this is set up as a substitution. For those of you guys who don't know how to do it, now is the time to find out and ask me a question. Come on, you got a couple more tests, couple more evaluations. That's it. Or your grade's going to be bad. You got to join me. So now, wherever I see an X, I can put what? Wherever I see an X, I put Y plus 4. So now what I'm doing, I'm highlighting this. X right here. What can I make X?
Y plus 4.
Y plus 4. So I have Y
Y plus
4 plus
plus Y equals 32.
32. Any issues with that? Now the hard part. Y plus Y. 2Y plus 4 equals 32. 2Y equals 28. Y equals 14. Now I know I did that fast. But come on, what are you having trouble with? Y plus Y? Are you having trouble with 32 minus 4? Are you having trouble with 28 divided by 2? Now I'm waiting. Come on. Come on. I really don't want you to sit there and go, man, I don't know what I'm doing. I need some help, and not ask. Anybody have any issue? I don't think it's that hard, guys. It's really not. If you work them with me, by the time we get to the harder ones, they're not going to be so hard. If you don't ask me a question now because you don't know, when we get to the hard ones, I can't help you there. It's just too hard. Now, but y is equal to 14. What's that?
So then you plug it into the top equation.
18. All right, all I did now was I simply took this value 14 and I plugged it in to the second equation. All right, does it matter? It doesn't matter what equation, but the second one's the easiest. So now I have x equals 18. That's it. That's all there is. Nothing to it. All right. Now, here we go.
Where'd you get 18 from? Did you just plug it into the other equation and then just did all that out?
Stop talking. You told me what to do. You
Okay.
plug it in.
All right.
14 plus 4. That's 18. All right.
Okay.
Number 3. Here we go. We're talking about a rectangle. So my advice is just go ahead and draw a simple little rectangle here. And let's talk about it. One is the length and one is the width. Does it matter in a rectangle what you label the length and the width? No, it doesn't. But the first sentence says the length of a rectangle, the length of a rectangle is 3 less than twice the width. So here's my length. The length is, how do I write 3 less than? Minus
3.
Twice the width, 2w. Like I said, I just really don't think that's that hard. To me, I just don't think it's that hard. Now, perimeter. You do have to know how to find the perimeter. The perimeter is always 2 times the length plus the width. Now, I know in the old days we did 2L plus 2W, right? But to me, it was always easier to add the length and width and multiply by 2. Now that you're older and wiser, this is the best formula. All right, that's the best formula. So now, what did they tell me the perimeter was? 54. So 54 equals 2 times L plus W. Now, somebody tell me, what would be a smart thing to do here? Right off the bat, to simplify that equation. I'm trying to, thank you. I don't want to distribute. I want to divide by 2. I'm dividing by 2 because I know 54 is divisible by 2. So if the perimeter is 54, that means the length plus the width has to equal what? That has to equals what? 27. That's why we use calculators, Rivers. Yeah, you were just checking me, right? I understand that. The length plus the width has to equal 27. Does anybody have any issue with that? Now, some of you can say, I don't know, what are you doing? How are you getting 27? Well, we're right here. I'm dividing both of the equations by 2. Dividing the equation by 2. Together, add up to 27. Is that a problem? We've been doing perimeter since 5th grade. You should know that formula. All right. Now it's just a straight substitution. How do I know it is a substitution? Because it's telling me that the length is already defined for me as 2w minus 3. So where I see an L, I'm just going to put what?
2w plus 3.
So I have 2w minus 3 plus w equals 27. Now here's where I'm trying to make you guys smarter, right? Does everybody see a -3? So what is that going to move that to the other side? That's a what? 30. What's 2W and 1W? 3W. So 3W equals 30. You should be able to do that mentally. If you can do that mentally, do I want you to do it mentally? Yes. Exercise your brain. Right? Those of you guys are like, man, that's just a little too fast. That's okay. Do 2W plus W. And then add 3 to both sides. Do it in steps. Go.
So then if you
Yes.
W which is 10.
Wow. There you have it.
Would you put that into that?
No, I'm not doing anything right now. I'm telling you W is 10. Do you agree with that? Everybody's W is 10, correct? Yep.
Yes.
Write down W equals 10. All right, that's the first part. All right, now I know that the width is 10. I already said the length plus the width has to be 27. So again, there's not a whole lot of work here except a little basic math. So the length would have to be what? 17. Now here we're going to put units because I didn't put any units down. All right, so 10 units and 17 units. Come on now. Wake up. I don't think that's that hard. What?
How do you get 17?
Do you see this equation right here? What does that say?
L plus W equals 7.
So if W is 10, what is L? What's your question? I don't know what. So plug it in there then. Shh, let him plug it in there and learn something. Stop telling him. Plug it in. What do you get? What's the question? William, you all clear now, right? Does it matter what equation you choose? It's always going to be what? The same answer if you did it properly. It's the same answer if you did it properly. Come on, Max. You with me today? Come on, man. I need some work, energy out of you. Let's go. Next. All right, here we go. Oh, sorry. I know this board is different than my iPad. So here we go. I got it. Keep telling me because I can't see very good. All right. All right. Uh-oh, this is a tough one. The sum of two numbers is 66. Come on now. X plus Y equals 66. Do we know which one's the smaller?
No.
Does it matter? Because one of them's going to be smaller and one of them's going to be what? Larger. All right? So now, what I want to do is, I want someone to tell me what letter do they want to be the larger or the smaller?
X should be the.
All right, we'll go with this. X equals small. I'm just making myself a note. Y equals large. I'm just making myself a note. Now you could do the letter S and L, right? But I hate S. All right. So here we go. The smaller number. If the smaller number is subtracted from 2/3 the larger number. All right, now that requires some thought. So only thinking people apply.
X minus 2.
Ooh. Anybody agree with that or disagree? Oh, you agree, so it must be right. Let's just move on. Oh, you're not saying that. Okay. Oh, we got someone who disagrees saying, that's trash. Go, tell them.
Smaller number is subtracted.
I want the equation. I can read.
2/3 1 minus X.
Wow, thank you. I like the way you called it trash, too. Say it again. Go.
2/3 Y minus X. Equals 1/3.
Oh, you got to the very end. The positive difference, and you did X plus Y?
No, X minus
Wow, x minus y. Take a look at that. That is excellent work right there, I think. Lily, do you agree with that? Lily? Yeah, that's supposed to be it. I was excited because you got something right for once. All right. Now, Lily, is that good now? You would agree with that? All right. Your name's on the line here, so if we make a mistake, we'll come to you. Yep. What? Oh, Rivers knows. Rivers knows. You're the one who just did 54 divided by 2 was 26. So we're definitely not going with you. Oh, okay. Hold on. All right, here we go. Let's go in super slow motion. Here we go. All right, let's do this for Rivers. All right, pay attention, Rivers. All right. Now, first and foremost, here we go. Let's read. The smaller number, which is what? X. That's being subtracted from something, right? So it's minus X. Is everybody okay with it being minus X? All right, from what? From 2/3 y. So that's how I'm getting 2/3 y minus X. Now again, this one's hard, so I'm okay with that. Everybody's good with that so far? Good? All right, now it says the result. The result is equals. Now, what does it equal? It equals 1/3 the positive difference. Now, the positive difference means it's going to be x minus y. Yes. Thanks a lot, Lily. All right, it's not going to be x minus y, but what?
Y minus X.
Yes. The only reason it's going to give a positive is if I do the large minus the what? Large minus.
Small.
So again, fantastic work. Fantastic work. All right. Now, do I like fractions? No. So now we're doing advanced technique. So you need to make yourself a note. Make yourself okay. We're trying to simplify things here. All right. So I want everybody to concentrate with me. I don't like the fractions. So I'm going to multiply both sides by what? Very good. I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. Because if I multiply both sides by 3, the fractions will do what?
Cancel.
Thank you. So I'm going to multiply this side by 3, and I'm going to multiply this side by 3. Now, we got a minor problem here, though, guys, so we got to pay attention. What happens to 3 and the 1/3? So I want everybody to put equals y minus x. Now, here's where I really need you to concentrate with me. All right, everybody look up. I'm multiplying this quantity by 3. So I want everybody to be able to tell me that's 2y minus 3x. I want everybody to say that's 2y minus 3x. And now you should raise your hand and say, come on now. That doesn't look right. All right, doesn't look right. I'm agreeing with you here. So again, it's a little bit more advanced, so you got to pay attention so you understand math logic now. Come on, everybody can listen to this. Now, does everybody agree over here? There's multiplication and multiplication. So when you multiply, you only multiply either this by 3 or this by 3. We've talked about that in the past. So that's why the 3 and the 1/3 cancel out. But over here, this is addition and subtraction. So that means you have to distribute the 3. All right, you distribute the 3. And when I distribute the 3, 3 times 2/3 is that 2, and 3 times that 1 is that 3. All right, and I'm saying I can understand you're questioning me on that. So look up and make sure you but
Why is it y minus x?
because you're behind. It's the difference. Now, hey, Sienna, was that a good enough explanation? explanation or not. I can take criticism. Do you understand how I got to? Yeah, okay, so you're right, there's a 1 left. So if I multiply 1 times 1, it's still the same. So that's good. Come on, good for you. Come on, seriously, I want you to do better. So you got to get with the program.
I don't really get how you got 3x.
I can't hear you.
I don't get how you got 3x.
Because I'm multiplying this quantity by 3. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. There's a parentheses here. There's no parentheses over there. So if I multiply this side by 3, if I multiply the left side by 3, I have to multiply the y and the x by 3. All right, let me show you what I mean, because I feel like I do better at this. Let me show you up here, guys. All right, everybody take a look so you can get smarter. Right now, you're getting smarter. If I say 2 times 3 equals 5 plus 1, everybody say that's true, right? Everybody say that's true, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm trying to show you how sometimes in math, I didn't understand things. I didn't understand the variables, so I just used my own numbers so I could make sense of it. This is what I'm trying to technique, what I'm trying to show you. All right? Everybody agrees 2 times 3 is 5 plus 1. Sorry, guys. Everybody agrees. Now, would everybody agree if I multiplied both sides by, let's say, 5, it would still be a true statement? Right? If I multiply both sides by 5, it would still be true.
Both sides, yeah.
Yeah, both sides by 5. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. So I'm going to multiply. Now, come on. Here's where you're learning. If I multiply this side by 5 and I multiply this side by 5, do I distribute the 5 here, or do I multiply either the 2 by 5 or the 3 by 5? What am I doing? Okay, so let's see. That would be 10 times 15. So you're telling me the answer would be 150. Right, so that's a good mistake. Now you understand the more complex things which we did earlier. Does everyone understand? If this is straight multiplication, I either, because everybody knows what's 2 times 3 times 5, we got 150. So do you distribute through multiplication? You do not distribute through multiplication. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Right? So over here, now let's correct it. So over here, this guy should be not 150, not 10. You would have to either do 5 times 2, which is 10 times 3, which is now 30. Does everybody agree with that? So you just multiply one of them. You do not multiply both of them. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now over here, what do I do?
5 plus 1.
Distribute. Now, of course, you can say 5 plus 1 is 6, but I'm trying to show you the lesson, right? So the lesson is, over here, I would distribute to get a correct answer. I distribute through what? Addition. Do I distribute through multiplication? No. That's the lesson. So now when I come back over to this side over here, now you can confidently say to me, because I multiplied both sides by 3, I eliminated this and multiplied by that. Is that better now? You understand me now, right? Go.
Okay, so then on the other equal side, that's
multiplied these two together.
multiplication.
So that's multiplication. Now I know what you're saying. There's subtraction.
But
But
that's inside the.
that's right. That's exactly correct. Listen, if you want to be smart, that's what you're dealing with right there. All right? I don't want you to be a robot. I don't want you memorizing things. Try to understand math. It makes it so much easier. And generally, the people who are doing very well are understanding what I'm saying. They're not memorizing everything that I'm doing. And that's the problem with some of you. You're memorizing. All right? Good for you. Go.
How does it work that the fractions cancel?
Plus 3 times 1 is what? Divided by 3. There you go. Or you could just say 3 divided by 3 is 1. That's why you cancel. Right? Over here, 3 divided by 3 is what? 1, but then you multiply by 2. Good for you. Good, good, good. See, come on, don't be shy. If you want, I can help you better. If you just sit there and wait till, Thursday before you ask me, oh my gosh, we have a test tomorrow, I don't know how to do number one. It's frustrating. All right, very frustrating. All right, speak up now. All right, here we go. Now, we've hopefully simplified this. Does everybody agree now? I'm going to put the y over here. So I'm going to subtract y, right?
Yep.
And what does that make? 1y. Now I'm going to move this over here.
4x.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
2x.
2x, right? So that's where, if you want to be smart, you got to be careful. Now I said y equals 2x.
Why did you move those?
It's simplified. I want to put the x's together and the y's together.
Okay.
Now, what does y equal?
2x.
So, now I'm going to grab this y and put it right here. So now I have what? All right, hold on. Just hold on a second, guys. What? Okay, so listen, we got to stop now for a second. Stop, share. All right, and hey, we got to go down and take our picture, Justin. I'll see you.
Okay.